Hey, what's happening, laboratory rats? It's Ryan Skelly here. I want to walk through what Donald Wilson just shared with the seven Photoshop files and how you could use this to your advantage and actually change up the borders, put in your own t-shirts, and mess with the design a little bit. He's got the framework in here with these seven, and now you want to take it to the next level and make your post stand out a little bit better. I'll help you through that now. When you download this file, it comes in a .rar, and if you're on Mac and you do not have an unzip file or an extractor, just type in extensions .rar, and this will come up. I downloaded the first one; it worked wonderfully. As soon as I downloaded it, it came up here, and now we got all these. We got the JPEGs files here, and now we have the Photoshop. So I opened up discount style blue background. So we have this working with this. So now we want to get our own T in there. What we're gonna do is, here's the T. I screenshotted it from my campaign by using Command Shift 4 at the same time. And then they'll go to wherever your screenshots go, whether it's a desktop or you have go to your Dropbox. And now when you go to this layer, you want to double click on it, which I already did. So now I'm able to edit this and have the background be transparent. So I'm just going to take my magic wand. I'm just going to go around, as you can see, that border, and then I'm just going to hit backspace, delete, click them over here, delete, delete, come through here, boom, delete, and then I want to click one more time. And now we got back to here. And all I'm going to do is take this file and I'm going to drag it to discount style and borders. And now my T is on there. I'm going to find it first. Is this guy? Kind of got lost in the mix here. Normally it just pops right up. Let me try this one more time. Screenshots. Discount style. Okay, so we want to drop it in. There we go. So now it's up here. Okay, so now if you want to hide what Don has before these shirts, just hit this, indicates that the layer of visibility, and you want to get rid of them. So now we got our own design. And now I want to do Command T, which is going to be able to resize it. And then you also want to hold down on Shift when you're on over here, so it doesn't get distorted and it keeps the proportion of the size. So we got that, make it a little bit bigger. And if you also want to make it stand out, you want to click over here, not on the layer part. You want to double click over here. After you hit enter, you want to double click on here. So now you'll bring up all the layer styles. And I could do a stroke, and then I want to double click on here, and I could change the color of the stroke to make it white. So if I wanted a white border and make this pop out a little bit more, I could do that. Then we can make how big of a stroke we're looking for. So that's that. We got our stroke in there. We got our T here. We got it positioned the way we want it. Now we want to change out the $10 off. Maybe we want to change out the price point. Maybe we want to change out the border in the background. Very simple and do that. So what you're going to want to do is you want to click on the $19.99, and then I want to click in this T area. I want to click on it, double click on this T area, and now I'm able to edit my T. And now I could go over here. I can make it $29.99 if I wanted. And then that's good. You want to hit enter. Oh, no, you don't want to hit enter. You want to pop off of that, and then you're good to go. I could change today's price. I could change that right there by double clicking on the T. And then also the normal price. I can go and I could do the same here and say, the normal price is $49.99. Okay, so that's the tag, and the way I got to that is hitting this drop down right here, which is in its own separate folder. I can get rid of the entire folder if I wanted to. I can get rid of the $29.99 if I wanted to by just hitting these layer visibilities. Okay, so now comes the fun part, and also on this, you want to find this one. This is under. Is it the tag? Nope, it's not the tag. That's the tag. It's probably under BTN. Okay, so and now same thing. Just want to double click on the T, and now I could change up whatever I want. Like $20 off today. Okay, so we got that, and then obviously you could cover this, and you could change up your font if you wanted to, and, make it whatever you want. So we got that covered. Now there comes the fun part. So you want to mess with the stroking a little bit. What's going on? That's my layer. Okay, that's the layer stroke. So we're going to go to the border. So we want to go to the border. We're showing the stroke on and off right there. And if I want to edit the stroke Don't click on the visibility. You want to click on, double click on stroke. Okay, so now we're into stroke and we have the colors here. I could change it. These got the 50 pixel right now, which is great. And when you're making these strokes, you want to position it inside. And then, it's a red color. If I want to change color, just click on this, go to the custom wheel here, change it to green, change it to yellow, whatever you're looking for, whatever matches your design, your team color, your whatever niche you're in. Figuring out that color is key. And now if I really want it to stand out, I could come in here after I click OK, and I could go to gradient, which is huge. So, okay, so now we got this gradient pattern. I could double click on here, and now look at all these options it gives me. Just go, ooh, look at that. Now that's going to pop in the newsfeed without a doubt. I could change this, and then you could double click on these colors, change up the colors if you want to make different colors and stuff like that. Very simple. Like if I saw this coming through my newsfeed, this would definitely be a pattern disrupt, and I'd be more inclined, especially if I'm a Panthers fan, to click on this T. And you could drag these and make the layers a little bit, the colors bleed in a little bit differently. It's all about positioning your colors or whatever you're happy with. But that's a great way to make yourself stand out with this. You could jump in here and you could do a lot of other things here. But just to keep it simple, there's gradient. You could also put in patterns like this. But in terms of this, we'll just keep this crazy gradient that we got on here. So now we got our T. We got our new style here. We're able to drag in the files and use our magic wand and cut out the border of this. And we're good to go on that end. And then what you want to do is you want to go and you want to save. You're going to go save as. And then you're just going to want to drop down. And instead of Photoshop, you want to save it as a PNG file. Test add 1. And I could just save it to my screenshots again and just have that saved. And now I'm ready to rock. I got a 1200 by 627. Now this Photoshop file is still saved as what Don previously had, but you could go in ahead and save it as a Photoshop file as well. All right, guys, I hope that helps. If there is any more questions, definitely let me know. And I could also chop that up for you. So also in the layer, we can go in here in the background and you could go about editing the background as well if you wanted to do that. So it's just double click on this side and you get that done. And if you want to edit your text, just double click on the little text part right here, this little box. And then don't forget to get the drop downs to get to some of these, because most of these files are going to come like that, and you want to do a drop down because this is the layering of everything they've done on top of that. So hey, I hope that helps, and if you got any questions, definitely let me know. All right, thanks.